Hello, the internet, and welcome to your favorite content farm. I mean, loot and waifus, of course. I'm Zephy, and we are on episode 5 of NIKKE Reworks and Booth. Today, we're talking with EUNHWA, our favorite big-ass forehead, and we're gonna just be checking her kit, why she's bad, despite having probably the best base damage for any sniper attacker rifle. So, before we start, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe. We're going for 4K, boys. We need 800 more. Let's go. We stream every single day. We're gonna be streaming later today. In about an hour or two from this video, when it goes live, we'll be live on both Twitch and YouTube. Come say hello, have a great time. That said, let's get started. Now, while we load here the Wikipedia, do let me know what character you want to see next on episode 6 and 7. I'm just making one every 2-3 days probably. It really depends on how many videos I can make that day and if I can slot one or not. Now, that said, first, like I was saying at the start of the video, if we go to sniper rifles attackers, all of these characters here, which one would you say it has the highest base attack? You might be thinking, okay, Alice, Maxwell, Aran, even maybe? Nihilister could be? No, none of them. It's EUNHWA at a 71% compared to a 69 or a 70 for all of the other characters. Which is pretty interesting considering that when we speak about raw DPS, she actually sucks and is one of the lowest from that list. From this list, she's actually the lowest with EUNHWA and Milk. Now, let's go here to the Wikipedia. She's easily recognizable with the forehead, so let's enter EUNHWA here. She's currently being the profile picture, the face of the channel. Well, she's not the face, but you know what I mean, right? She is part of the channel right now, branding, thanks to Kuni that made this profile picture. Thank you, brother, one love. Now, let's speak about her kit and why she's a bad unit and why she needs a boost. In my opinion, just like up to right now, she doesn't need a complete reward. It's just boost in numbers. A lot of characters have that problem where they have a kit that could be of actual use for your team. When in actual combat, it doesn't perform well because the numbers aren't just there, right? So, Fire, Attacker, Elysian, Sniper Rifle, EUNHWA, Burst 2 unit. Let's start with the skill number 1, which is Ready and Able. Affects herself, activates after fighting the last round, increasing charging damage and charging speed for 2 shots. Now, she has 6 bullets on her magazine, so you want to play her with units like Privacy. So this can be proccing more often, and if you want to overload her, you need to avoid getting max ammo for obvious reasons, right? Skill number 2, same condition, activates after firing the last bullet, affects the target. Decreases defense by almost 30% for 5 seconds. This is pretty good actually, and this is the only part of her kit where we could say, okay, this is pretty nice. And then she also has Burst skill with a 20-second cooldown called Turning the Tide. Affects 10 enemy units with the highest attack, dealing 85% of final attack as damage, which final means you can also benefit from buffs and overload the gear. Defense down of 2.43% for 15 seconds, not really big, not really useful. And then finally, affecting all allies, critical rate increase by 4.65% for 15 seconds. Now you might be thinking, okay, the kit doesn't sound that bad, but you have to consider this is a Burst 2 unit, meaning she's competing with really high meta units, right? So if we come here to clear and we go to Burst 2s, she's competing with Blank, Dola, Senti, Rupee, Guilty, Novel, all of these good girls that are really making your team being super stronger. My dog is asking for some love right now. What up? Hello, beautiful. Let me show it to you. She's asking to be pet. Like I was saying, it's really hard to justify using her over any other B2 because she doesn't help any teammates. She doesn't help your team. Just with the critical rate that she's providing is not enough to justify bringing her for that burst. She's also super selfish because her skill number 1 is only increasing her own charge speed and charge damage. And then skill number 2, which is good, can be replaced by any other burst 2 for, like, for example, Novel, while also providing more for your team overall in utility. Then lastly, her burst skill, it's complete trash because an 85% of damage of final attack is not a multiplier high enough. Even with the highest base attack number for any sniper rifle, which is 71, is not good enough. The damage is just not there for her. Now, how could this be fixed for EUNHWA? What could be done for her to actually be of any use? I think skill 2 is pretty good as it is right now. I don't think it needs any change. I think skill 1 and burst could be a lot better. If she's an attacker, she either needs to provide more damage on the burst skill, for example, changing that 85% and the defense down for bigger numbers. That could be actually pretty good, leaving also the critical rate for all of your allies. And then also skill number 1 should be team-wide for everyone, not only for herself. This could open up a lot more compositions where we can take advantage of charging damage and speed Take, for example, if we talk about right now A2, right? Or Laplace, or any great rocket launcher slash sniper rifle in the game. Because either you increase the numbers or you completely rework her. I don't think Shift Up is intending to rework characters anytime soon, right? Once again, we have right now around 100 characters in the game, so we need to start talking about not only buffs, but also what characters really need to be adding more to the game. With so many units, either you are power creeping constantly or you are trying to balance everything, and it's really hard. I'm not trying to say they are doing a bad job. I think so far they're trying to improve and releasing better and better units, right? Trying to not release anything that's better than what we currently have, but that could compete or stay at a similar performance level, like for example A2 and 2B, right? Where they need specific conditions, but they are still strong units usable for a lot of people. That said, honestly, I do think she deserves a rework. There's a lot of characters that do need that. The next episode might be EUNHWA, unless you guys have other options or other opinions on who needs to get a better kit. EUNHWA right now is getting more use for the Snow White compositions, but still is not good enough in my opinion. So either we do EUNHWA, we could also do Arya. There's a lot of units that we can talk about that deserve some love. Not only because waifus, but also because a lot of people play for a specific unit, right? And they can't unless you are willing to sacrifice one spot in your team, which is usually the last spot, that flex spot, to put your waifu, and lose a lot of combat power and utility from other units that could be slotted in. That said, I also want to mention thank you for the support on all of the previous videos. I know some people don't like when content creators, for example like me right now, are spamming content constantly. It's just the style of videos that I like, at least for NIKKE, right? There's a lot of things we can talk about, there's a lot of things we can just be having conversations with, and even just to just chill, relax, and have some fun with the game. So really appreciate all the support so far, boys. I've really been enjoying creating content for NIKKE. I know NIKKE will not make this channel go to like 10k, 20k, 30k, right? I'm expecting that to happen with other games that are coming in the future, such as Wuthering Waves, Zenless Zone Zero, and Girls Frontline 2. Girls Frontline 2 is a game that I'm really looking forward. It's coming out at the end of the month, the Chinese version. For the global one, we need to wait until next year still, which is going to be a pain in the ass, but we're going to be playing Chinese version the moment it comes out. I think it's on the 28th. If someone can correct me, 26, 27, 28, one of those 3 days is coming out. There should be a PC client, so it should be open for everyone, and the shop is gonna be open as well, so we can see prices, how greedy or not greedy they are, because a reminder that that game is made by the same developers as Girls Frontline, and that game is considered super pretty friendly, and they never make a lot of money, so they either wanna go full greedy miHoYo mode, because they are copy and pasting the gacha system with a 0.7% and 140, 170, 60 for the PT, I don't remember. So we'll see how that goes. I'm expecting a really good game, super high quality from what we've seen, but I'm also expecting it's going to be completely different from what we are used from NIKKE and from that team. Do let me know if you guys are planning on playing Girls Online 2. We're going to be covering that maybe on this channel, maybe I make another channel. My idea is to have multiple channels, so this one is Sephi. So I might create a channel Sepha and Sepho, just changing one letter and covering different games on different channels, because I know if I make 3 videos a day on NIKKE, right, you are coming here for NIKKE. And if I start making views on another game, you're probably not going to be watching those. So I might have just 3-4 channels like Go Gacha does, I believe, where I can just talk about whatever I want on those specific channels. Do let me know what you think. Also, thank you for the support, like always, brothers. One love to all of you. Thank you to my patrons for making this content possible. Good luck with your pool degenerates. Good luck pulling for Marciana. If you are doing that, we're going to be doing viewer pulls. And see you in the next one.
役立たずは楽園から追放するのみ。ブランとノワールのショータイムです。天地万物を切るとはこういうことだ。